Hello, I'm Charles Gross. Welcome to a special segment of Two on the Aisle. With me is Leslie Hoban Blake and former Two on the Aisle guest critic, David Lefkowitz. David, who did more than anybody else to get Leslie this job.
Oh, yeah. Just my sheer offensiveness week after week led to the choice of Leslie to replace Jeff, of course, whom we all love.
Well, actually, it's because you left town.
It's because you left town, exactly.
Some people are very desperate not to get a spot on this show, what can I tell you? But David is back in New York, and not only is he back, but you have a brand new one-man show, and it's all about being a theater critic. So,
Tell us about it.
I'm not sure who said this, but in Playbill, it used to be printed all the time. The first producer who puts a couple of critics on stage instead of a show is going to have a big hit on its hands.
I hope so.
You may be that.
Well, I'm not a couple of critics, but so I'm halfway there. I'm one critic. It's an autobiographical piece called The Miracle of Long John's. It's a miraculous night, a one-man show that I had to live 25 years to create, because part of it is about my 25 years as a theater critic, almost all of them in New York. The worst of nights, the best of nights, what I had to endure, and some of the glorious moments too. And that's part of it. And then the other part of the show is the most embarrassing, uncomfortable, humiliating night of my life at the theater. It's called The Miracle of Long John's.
Well, can you give us one anecdote now?
Well, I do talk about some of the most terrible. As a matter of fact, I'll give you this anecdote, because I just added this. We did the show in Boulder, the Boulder Fringe, and I didn't have this in there, but I'm adding it now, of the worst shows that I had to sit through as a critic. And one of them involved hearing Hector Berlioz on the sound system for an hour while you watch a fish tank filled with colored handkerchiefs going back and forth.
I may have seen that.
It's Basil Twist. It's Symphony Fantastique. I know what that is.
The reason I've added that back in,
I saw that.
Yeah, is because not only is it one of the worst things I've ever seen, but Basil Twist just got a MacArthur Genius Grant. The man doing this. I hate my life. So that's just part of it. But it's also not just the worst shows I've seen and the best shows I've seen. But the second half of the play is about one particular bad night.
Okay.
Are you going to tell us about that tonight?
You can't even drop a hint.
Yeah, I really don't want to drop a hint, but it is worth coming to the theater, yeah.
Drop something else, though. You mentioned just briefly.
Yeah.
No, the idea, not the Long Johns, the idea that the way in which you funded this show, which is fascinating to me.
Yeah, because I did a show about 4 years ago. I co-wrote and directed Shalom Dammit, An Evening with Rabbi Saul Solomon.
And who actually made his debut on Two on the Aisle.
He did, many years ago.
As a theater critic.
A much younger Rabbi Saul.
I'm not sure that was one of our proudest moments, but it was one of our most historical.
Very
hysterical.
I
want to hear this. I want to hear how they
I did, we brought that play to New York for about 2 weeks, and we took a financial bath doing it. It was just, we wanted to do it, get it up there, get some critics in, got some great reviews. So this time I was like, you know what, I would love to do that again with this play, which is even cheaper because it's just me, but let me do it a different way. So we crowdsourced. We went to Indiegogo. We got a campaign up to bring the show both to the Boulder Fringe Festival in Colorado and then to the United Solo Theater Festival, where we are October 23rd, Friday night at 9. And I set a certain level that I thought was reasonable of $3,800 to bring it to these two festivals. I mean, it's nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah. Well, we made it and then some. We went 133% over our goal.
Are you allowed to do that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought you had to stop at the level that you set.
Hey, you can contribute now.
Okay.
I want to bring it back to New York. I want to do it other places in Chicago and Florida.
Okay.
So the Indiegogo campaign is still active. You can still contribute, but we've made the money.
And if we wanted to contribute, how would we do that?
Go to Indiegogo.com, look for Miracle of Long John's, or everything is right out of my website, miracleoflongjohns.com.
We can super that underneath this, I think, can't we?
Yeah, supersize it.
I wasn't saying, I was asking.
Put it over Charlie's face. It would look really good.
I was thinking right about here on you, but
or down there, yeah.
Well, just because of the topic. But what I was going to say is, here's how I'll do it. I'll see the show Friday night.
Please,
and then I'll decide whether I want to contribute or not. How's that?
That's a deal. Okay.
Well, the question that I, of course, must ask is Two on the Aisle a part of the show?
Oh.
Ooh, that's a really cool question.
question.
And
in his other pocket is something else he's going to add to the show.
No, because there are some press agents who are coming to the show. I won't mention names. And there were shows that I've seen that they were involved with, or other critics that I know, and they figure, again, not by name in the show. So I'm hoping they come and they oh my God, I'm the guy who told that to Dave. But I don't know. To be honest, I don't know if there's room. If there's a sequel to The Miracle of Long John, The Miracle of Pantaloons, I promise Two on the Aisle will be mentioned in it.
And you have worn pantaloons to the theater?
I still do. I am wearing them. Oh, no. Oh, I left them in the bathroom. Damn, sorry.
It's okay. I think we'll survive.
I've never seen Dave's leg before, and I've known him for a long time.
Well, the interesting thing is we did a live show on Two on the Aisle with David, and we got one caller who wanted to know if his shoes were Velcro. And they were then, and they still are. So
they're comfortable. I do have a line in that in the play, because I take my shoes off at the theater. I want to be comfortable, and my line in the play is, "Hey, I'm an eccentric with bunions. Deal with it." It's like I want to be comfortable.
Well, you wore those in Paris. I know we were on a critics
walking on cobblestones.
Tour, right?
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, David, I think you have a show to review tonight.
I do, indeed.
So we're going to just go through the essentials one more time.
Thank you, yeah.
This
So
is
it's The Miracle of Long Johns. You can find out all the information at miracleoflongjohns.com. But if you want to get to the theater, there's still tickets available via telecharge, 212-239-6200, 212-239-6200. It's at the Theater Row Theater, Friday night, October 23rd, 2015.
So we don't have much time, just 2 days.
Yeah, so get your tickets now, please. We'd love to see you.
But you can come back for a cup of tea because it's right up the street from where I'm living. That's part of the.
I would be honored. I might even crash on your couch.
You could if you want to.
Do we have time for one more quick story?
Please,
real
yes.
quick.
Well,
Quick anecdote from
anecdote from the show.
your life as a critic.
About my life as a critic. Well, let's see. What's I do mention on a not funny side. So one of the great moments of my life, and that figures in, was the first time I saw The Normal Heart. I didn't see the original back in the 80s, and I was sorry that I didn't. But when I saw it off Broadway with Raul Esparza and some other people, I was crying so hard that my wife was with me, and she tried to shush me because she was afraid I was making a spectacle of myself. And then we looked around, and everybody was crying even harder than I was.
Wow.
So that wasn't one of the funny ones. You have to come to my show to hear all the funnier ones.
Interesting. When I was there, it certainly packed strong emotions, but no one was really crying.
I was.
Yeah.
I did. Because it depends on who you lost and how many people you lost, too. I think it really just went right into your heart and then twisted. I know.
That was a sucker punch, yeah.
All right, so David Lefkowitz, back on the aisle, back on the stage.
And an honor to be here. Thank you.
Oh, we look forward, and I look forward to seeing the show Friday night. I'll be there.